Taz from Taz's Wig Closet at Wig Studio One. I want to take you through a quick tutorial today on how I trim the frizz out of a very old wig near the end of its life. So I'm actually wearing, and you probably won't recognize it, it's Belle Madame Larissa in the color Swedish Blonde Root. I actually bought this used from a wig sister. It was very used, very heavily used. And when I got it, it was near the end of its life. And then I wore it some as well. So I felt like this would be a really good wig to kind of experiment on. I actually have a video up I released it around Halloween time, and it was the stages of wig death and what to do about it, because wigs do go through a process of death. I mean, from the minute you open up the box, there's an expiration date. So, you know, it never looks as good as the day you bring it out of the box, right? So, you know, once wigs reach a certain point, they might actually give you away and when you're wearing them out, just because they're sticky, they're gummy, they look dirty, the movement, they just don't have very good movement, there's frizz and things like that. So there are some things that you can do about it though. Now I live in an area where none of the salons in my area will really work on wigs. And I am not by any stretch of the imagination a hairstylist. And anything that I know has been just from experimenting with wigs. So I know a lot of you hairstylists out there might just have me for breakfast on some of this stuff. But what you have to realize is that you spend a lot of money on a wig, and you don't want to spend $35 to have somebody trim it when it's towards the end of its life anyway. So that's where I'm coming from on this. So I'm not telling you to do this, but if you just want to experiment on a style that we would have maybe thrown out or replaced, then you might just get a little more wear out of it. Because if you can trim out some of the frizz, if you can take out some of the areas that were stiff and didn't have a lot of good movement to them, you might just breathe a little fresh air into that style. I know with this one, it isn't perfect. It's kind of stick straight. It feels like straw, but if you style it like I have, it almost looks intentional. Like I want it to look like this, right? So I think you can do a lot to just breathe a little new life. And even if you just use it for a house wig or going out to the mailbox or running to the grocery store or going to pick up the kids, I think that you can really get some extra life and reinvent that little wig. So what I'm going to do is take you through a tutorial. I've kind of sped it up, put a little music on, but basically I stretch the wig over a blockhead wig form or head form, use some T-pins to secure it, and I used a combination of scissors and thinning shears to go to work on this. I started out by kind of thinning out, and then I did some trimming. I mean, you can see where I've taken probably 3 to 4 inches off of this style and left a little bit of layering in the back. So again, not perfect, but I would go to the mailbox in this, wouldn't you? Just to inspire you to maybe take a second look at that wig before you throw it away. I hope you enjoy the tutorial. We'll see you next time on Taz's Wig Closet at Wig Studio One.